Hi there! Welcome to your dose of tech news. Today we have a lot to talk about. Starting with AMD is planning what? Apple is ready to fight again and more. So sit back and relax. We could be taking control, VCCF Tech gained access to the Gigabyte leaked and they discovered some new information about the Threadripper series. Apparently, AMD is planning to launch both the workstation and the HDD variants. The HDD series will have 24, 32 and 64 core models. The workstation series, also known as Threadripper Pro, will have more variants than ever: 12, 16, 24, 32 and 64 cores. That's nuts! It's gonna be a heck of a time for small businesses and content creators. If you're not doing content creation and you are a gamer at heart, I got some good news for you too. Schematics leaked by TT Lexington show us that the new socket could retain compatibility for older coolers. The leak also confirms the TDP for the new CPUs. The high-end CPUs get 170 watts and 120 watts TDPs. That's pretty high, but you need to keep in mind that TDP doesn't mean power consumption, it's more of a number to help you choose a good cooler. I wouldn't worry too much about it if you already have a good cooler like the NHU12S from Noctua and you want to upgrade. Speaking of upgrades, if you have a new shiny Xbox, there's finally a game with FSR support for those sweet frame rates. The game I'm talking about is Myst and the new patch will be available on August 26th. We don't have any numbers yet, but Jeff Langtot, the marketing and brand manager from Cyan, says, and I quote, "Thanks to FSR, Myst can run in 4K at smooth 60 frames on Xbox Series X with highest graphity settings across the board, and at 1440p 60 FPS on Xbox Series S. With FSR, we effectively decrease the screen percentage of the game down in the background, then allow the super sampling process to sharpen the image. There are some minor differences to how the game looks at native 4K without screen percentage adjustments, but overall, FSR provides nearly 75% increase in performance on Xbox Series X and S on a 4K display without sacrificing much visual fidelity at all. I would take these numbers with a grain of salt and wait for independent reviewers to make some tests, but it still sounds awesome. Can't wait for other games to implement this feature. Remember the T-Mobile story from the last episode where T-Mobile said they are aware of the claims made in an underground forum and are actively investigating their validity? Well, they finally confirmed the breach. But fear no more, because T-Mobile is offering 2-year complimentary access to McAfee's identity protection services. Problem solved. Samsung might finally be getting rid of those ads from its apps. If you ever used the Samsung device, you probably saw ads or notifications for games and other stuff while using Samsung Store, Samsung Payment and others. This is good news, but it's hard to give credit to this considering some users are paying more than $1,000 for a phone with ads. Last but not least, Apple has filed an appeal notice in the lawsuit against Corellium. If you don't know who Corellium is, they are a company that sells the ability to virtualize iOS devices. This is really helpful for security researchers. Apple has been fighting Corellium since December 2019. In December 2020, a federal judge ruled that Corellium made fair use of the iOS code. Apple will probably fight Corellium until they win or bury them in legal fees. Considering how powerful is Apple, I can't imagine them losing. This would really suck because what Corellium is doing is really important, but hey, we can't really do anything about it. This is all for today. Come back on Monday for a new episode. Have a great day!